Hello everyone, welcome back to the Nora Show. I have a partially finished dress that I am hoping to finish over the next 2 days. All I need to do is insert buttons, do a very adorable collar that'll button. I need the buttons, the hem, and then attach the top to the bottom, insert a side zipper, and get some trim to take care of that amazing section. So, I've got a lot of work ahead of me, but so far I'm in love with this dress. If right now you're going, but I haven't, show me the details, Look at the episode, the last live episode right before this, and I get up really, really close, and I also give you a tour of my some of my fabric and some thoughts on that one. Anyway, it's fabulous. Go see that one, and I probably have a link up there directly linking it. As always, remember to subscribe, share the video, check the description box for links, and this is a personal thank you to all of my Patreon subscribers. You all make this show possible. I'm looking at the design of this sleeve. I don't feel particularly super confident with the drafting of sleeves yet in general. I don't think that I have quite enough experience to realize exactly my personal dimensions that I prefer, that I like, and also this is 1937, so this is right before we started getting puffed sleeves again in the early 1940s, right before the United States would have entered World War II. Now, this sleeve is shaped with the drawing so that it will actually have a dart up to here and then fit and close. At least that's what it looks like. And that the front part of the sleeve is going to be fitted, with the back part being a little bit more maybe angular with the shoulder. Like maybe like the back part is a little bit more puffy. That doesn't sound aesthetically good, but I think that's what they're doing, and I think it would look good. I have a lot of material to completely mess up on. Not that I want to, but I do. Let's see if I can actually make the sleeve that they want me to. I'm going to double check my measurements because I don't remember drafting this, but I have it drafted apparently, just never cut it out. So I'm going to double check this, and I guess I'm going to cut it out. I'm going to absolutely make sure that I stay stitch, however, all around the entirety of the sleeve and the neck area, because this material is surprising me with how it is stretching or even coming apart. Let me see if I can show you. So what I'm noticing is that it's pulling, but that it's not returning. You can actually stretch this completely out. It's a woven that I haven't quite worked with this before. So this is definitely something you should see how it's, Oh, there. I'm gonna make it a policy from here on out of cutting out a swatch like this and pulling on it and seeing how it'll come apart. See, this is a woven, like a loose woven. So, stay stitch. I am so incredibly pleased right now. Let me turn this the other way first. Okay, we're dealing with the bodice. This is the back. This stripe will continue with the skirt all the way down. Now this is the front. I've never constructed a shirt like this before. I will do this so much better the next time and with so much more greater confidence, but this completely worked. I cut it down the middle. I did 3-inch fold over pieces of long material, longer than the slit, and then sewed it, closed it, took the flaps here, tucked them in. Tucked everything in, sewed it across. I'm going to take the serger to this when I take care of the sleeves so that that doesn't unravel on me and there's less bulk. This is absolutely fabulous. I am going to be smart and I am going to finish the collar next, because if I have that done without the weight of the sleeves and the skirt, I think I might be able to get it in there better. So that's the next thing. And the last thing I'm going to take care of is the trim on that. So I'm not worried about that either. Actually, I was thinking about the trim on this, and I was thinking about how the sleeves close and how the sleeves were on the, let me change this around. Okay, I've been sewing a while today, so I have a feeling I'm a little shiny and my hair is probably that way, but again, reality. Sleeves, that's what I was talking about. That's the back of the sleeve. This is the front, which means that this opening shows. So it's decorative. And I need to let the dog out and chase a squirrel, apparently. What I'm going to play with is if this needs to overlap with snaps on the inside with like decorative buttons on the outside, because I would never want to actually button this up on my sleeves. I don't have that kind of time and I do not have a maid. That is the kind of thing, that's the kind of clothing that you need a maid for. Okay, so snaps, or if I'm wanting like a decorative opening, I don't know yet. I should probably look at some clothing from 1937 and see if I can find some outfits, just some historical photos to look at. Okay, it is dinner time. I shall pick this up tomorrow. I hope I was in frame. I have been sitting on this project for entirely too long now. So much has happened in between when I did this huge push through and then I had stuff happen, and now I don't know. It's been here too long. Time to finish. Okay, this is what I'm going to do. I have my top, I have the bottom, and I have 2 sleeves. The placket is in. I need to put in buttons. This is never going to be easier to put in buttons than right now when this is, there's no bulky sleeves, there's no skirt. This is going to be easy to put in buttons, and I'm going to put that in now because I know exactly where this needs to lay and nothing is going to interfere with that. So the first thing I'm going to do is put in the buttons. Then I'm going to take the top bodice, attach it to the bottom, put a side zipper in that will come up to about here to here. This should be fitted. In the picture, there is a band that comes around here. And I don't know whether or not this is a belt that has gone over this attached to this, or if that belt is actually a separate cutout piece that they do not specify in the pattern, and I need to just say, and it's 2 inches, and cut something out and attach everything. I don't know what I'm going to do yet. I'm going to take a look at this, and I'm going to make up my mind on that, and I'll let you know when I know. You'll know when I know. Then, once the zipper is in, this is attached to this, the buttons are in, I will put the whole darn thing on and make sure that the armpits are reasonable and that I don't need to do something. I'm going to confirm my sleeve first. Well, then, after all of that. And I'm going to sink the sleeves in, which are very, very exciting because, okay everyone, this is one sleeve and this is the other. This is the decorative bit that is already sewn on from this side to this side. I've already flipped this part in, and the idea is that this will have snaps along here, and then we have this fitted sleeve from about the little underneath the elbow all the way down, and you can tell that this is the back part of the this is your back, this is your front, and the back part poofs out just a little bit more, but this will narrowly come in. So this is a very fun design sleeve. Now here's the part where I get to have a little bit of fun. I want to do some sort of, I don't know, decorative thing with this, but it has to lay nicely, which means that, and I need this to match this. So this will be a fiddly thing that I do, but I also know that something like that, where I go there, something like that, cut it right there. But if I can do that matching on both sides, this will look absolutely fabulous. And that could be, you know, this could be really neat. Make it a little bit more even, pull it around a little bit more. Or maybe it needs to be a little bit more up, or maybe we need to do a little bit more of a wave or a thing. I don't know. I need to play with this. This is a thing just to play with and have a little bit of fun. So once that is done, and again, snap, 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 and then the bottom part here, I'm not going to mess with this until this is on my arm and I know exactly where it lands, because if it lands too short, what I can do is attach a cuff to it after the fact, after all of this is together, so that I make sure that, well, everything fits. So after the sleeves are on then, at that point, wait. After I put in the buttons, I'm actually going to go ahead and put that collar on. But after I attach this to this and put in the zipper, and I'm doing the armpit check, and then I'm going to do a neck check, and I'm going to insert the collar. which I don't have cut out and I don't have a pattern. I'm gonna look at the piece of paper over there and make sure I didn't miss something. So, buttons, attach, zipper on the side, put the whole thing on, check the neckline and create the collar and sew that collar on, and then check the sleeves for the insertion, how to sink those in, and finish off the cuffing. Figure out if I need a cuff that gets decorative or if I'm just doing something else. I don't know about that. The cuffs are once everything is on and I actually take a look at everything. And then I assume somewhere in there when I attach this to this, I took care of the belt or the other thing there. And then after that, I will hem this. And then I'm done. I even have a hat that I can wear with this. I bought it during the exact same time period that I bought the milk glass collection, which is my previous episode. It's hysterical, and it was a lot of fun. But I bought this hat at the exact same time. I found it as an unopened package almost 5 days later, just sitting somewhere in this room, and I'm looking at it going, what's this box? Well, I have really good taste. I'm not gonna put it on now. My hair is already fuzzy and I'm pretty sure that if I do anything with it, it's just gonna get fuzzier and weirder. Okay. I have a zipper. I have hemming lace stuff. I'm going to choose between either putting on season 3 of Miss Fisher, or I'm going to be continuing my book in the Robert Jordan's The Shadow Rising. I've got like 29 hours left to go, so plenty of sewing time. Let's sew. All right, I've got the buttons in. I feel like I have very, very special buttons here. And I don't know what I'm looking at here, but it's all one piece. It's not celluloid. It doesn't smell like Vaseline or oil if I get it wet. It's all one piece. I think this is glass. It's just, I don't know, there's something, and it's heavy. There's something about it that says, ooh, this is special. Anyway. So, I could be wrong, whatever. It's absolutely beautiful and I love it. So this material was a bit of a bear to go through the buttonholer. I had to do some hand stitching down here, but I'm fairly pleased with how this actually turned out. For a second there, it was starting to get obnoxious, but I think this will be fine. So this will allow my head to be able to come through. Now I'm going to do a collar, and I'm going to make sure that closes up nicely. I have a choice on the collar and the closing. I'm thinking about doing something that actually just sort of tabs in the middle and using like a brooch or a pin. I know that there are collar clips from that time period, and the more that I'm looking at this, the more I think that that's exactly what I want to do. What I'm looking at here is a little bit of wonkiness just because of the way I swear that this was even. I'm not sure how that shifted up. I'm thinking it's because of something that I did down here. Regardless, I'm fairly sure this will still probably hang just fine. But because of where that line is, this is where it needs, that's where the collar needs to be. This may have ended up being a little high on the button area. But if I actually take a look at this, I just have to be very, very careful and make sure that that pink line, that's where the collar lands. And you know, I think that'll actually, no, that'll be just fine. And then I'm gonna go on to Etsy and eBay, take a look at vintage collar clips. It looked like a little piece of jewelry that would clip together, almost like a belt clip, but it was called a collar clip. And you could pull it apart and then that would close the top part. And I think that would be really, really pretty. So I'm looking at that. All right, so I'm gonna go through my pattern and I'm gonna draw out my collar now that I know exactly how all of this, the measurements are. That's why I didn't do this yet. That's why I didn't draft it, because this starts out with half of the neck measurement and then another 1.5 inches, drop down 1.5 inches, curve it around, drop that down by 2.5 inches. Yeah, that's totally doable. But I wanted to have this measurement completed because I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 different points of construction that went into the top of this. I am not going to believe in any circumstance that somehow I put this together and somehow still have the same neck measurement as I do than, let's say, what my neck measurement actually is. I'm not sure where this is going to land on my neck. So let's just assume that this is the measurement that I should really do for that and not my actual neck measurement. So I'm feeling very confident about that. See, there's a little bow here. I'll pop that up on the screen right now. There's a bow and it's really cute and everything, but I just sort of feel like I would like to have the option of something fancy, jewelry. I want some jewelry excuse right now. I need an excuse for jewelry. So right there. Oh, and then let's take a look at the belt area because that's the next thing after the collar. All right, now we're taking a look at the hip area. The more that I look at this, the more that I'm realizing that the way the entire bodice and the skirt were drafted, I didn't draft in there any area as to insert that band. Although I'm not seeing where or how that's a belt. So I'm not entirely sure about that. I'm gonna need to look at this one more time and probably like try it on or something. I need to like figure this one out. I don't know yet. All right, I've drawn out the pattern for the collar. I have the front, I have the back. I'm going to sew it together and then I'm gonna sink it into the bodice. Hopefully this goes well. The material's been a little finicky and I'm a little worried about how, if this doesn't go in simply or nicely, if the angles are weird, this could pull and bunch in ways that I don't want to. So I'm gonna have to take this slow and careful. Okay, I've basted in the collar all the way around very evenly to the exact same point on the neck on either side. It's hitting me right on my collarbone. I don't actually have a clue as to how they wanted me to attach the collar or how this actually came together with the bow or even the buttons, but I am noticing, because I know that this is the correct dimensions, and I mean it is pristinely drafted, I am noticing that this would come flush with this, and that this would come flush with this. And you know, I'm digging the asymmetrical thing going on right now. Nothing is done yet, and I know that I've got a button there and things would have to shift. But I very much love where this is going. I'm noting where this is hitting. This is hitting exactly at my waist. So if I take the skirt and I attach that and then I do a waist belt, those are called belts. The belt around the center, and there's a zipper, and we make sure that this comes in fitted, because this is going to need to be a fitted concept that comes around the waist. So there's going to be, there'll be some darting like right in here and probably right in there. All right.